Warm greetings, dear students. Today, in this video, we are going to discuss about the introduction of HRM. What is HRM? In this topic, mainly in this unit, we are able to understand the concept of what is HRM, what are the objectives, scope of HRM, nature of HRM, objectives, functions, role of HRM, and HRM in the new millennium. So in this first we have to see the what is the main objectives of HRM. After studying the whole chapter, you are able to understand the concepts of HRM and explain the HRM and its how relates to the management process, provide an overview of functions of HRM and describe how the major roles of HR management are being transformed, explain the role of HRM in the present millennium. First, human beings are social beings and hardly ever live with and work in isolation. We always plan, develop, and manage our relationship both consciously and unconsciously. The relations are the outcome of our actions and depend to a great extent upon our ability to manage our actions. From childhood, each and every individual acquire knowledge and experience on understanding others and how to behave in each and every situations in life. Later, we carry forward in the learning and understanding in carrying and managing relations at our workplace. The whole context of HRM revolves around the core matter of managing relations at workplace. Since mid 1980s, human resource management has gained acceptance in both academic and commercial circle also. HRM is a multidisciplinary organizational functions that draws theories and ideas from various fields such as management, psychology, sociology, and economics. There is no best way to manage people, and no manager has formulated how people can manage effectively because people are complex beings with complex needs. Effective HRM depends very much on the causes and conditions that an organizational setting would provide. Any organization has three basic components: people, purpose, and structure. In 1994, a noted leader in the human resources fields made the following observation. Yesterday, the company with the access most to the capital or the latest technology had the best competitive advantage. Today, companies that offer products with the highest quality are the ones with a leg up on the competitions. But the only thing that will uphold a company's advantage tomorrow is the caliber of people in the organization. That predicted future is today's reality. Most managers in public and private sector firms of all sizes would agree that people truly are the organization's most important asset. Having competent staff on the payroll does not guarantee that a firm's human resources will be a source of competitive advantage. So these are all the introduction of HR. Now, what is the definition of HR? HRM means is nothing but is the management functions. It's concerned with the hiring, motivating, maintaining people in an organization. It focuses on people organizations. Human resource management is designing management system to ensure that human talent is used effectively and efficiently to accomplish organizational goals. HRM is the personal function which is concerned with the procurement, development, compensation, integration, and maintenance of the personnel of an organization for the purpose of contributing towards the accomplishments of the organization's objectives. Therefore, personnel management is the completely planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of the performance of those operative functions. Now, what is the nature of HRM? HRM involves applications of management functions and principles. Decisions relating to employees must be integrated. Decisions made influence the effectiveness of organization. HRM functions are not confined to business establishments only but applicable to no businesses organizations such as educations, healthcare, and recreations are like what is the scope of HRM? Is nothing but is indeed vast, all major activities of working life of a worker. From the time of his or her entry, the organizations until he or she leaves the organization comes under the preview of HRM from the recruitment to resigning or relieving. The major HRM activities include HR planning, job analysis, job design, employee hiring, employee and executive remuneration, employee motivation, employee training and development, employee maintenance, industrial relations, and prospects of HRM. Here, this is points again given for the same points: HRM planning, designing and staffing, training and development, organizational development, compensation and benefits, employee assistance, union labor, that is union leader or union labor relations with the employer and employees, personal research and information system. What is the main objectives of human resource management? First one, human capital. That means assisting the organizations to obtaining the right number and types of employees to fulfill its strategic and operational goals. Second one, developing organizational climate. They have to develop the organization accordingly, how the people they are recruiting accordingly, the organization also it will develop. So that is to develop the organization. HRM role is very important, helping to maintain the performance and standards and increase the productivity through effective job design. So their work is planning, recruiting, controlling, designing, training, compensation is providing. What is the compensation they have to fix? So these are all the activities relates to help to maintain the performance or standard level of increasing productivity of the organization effectively and efficiently, helping to establish, maintain harmonious employer and employee relations, helping to create, maintain a safe and healthy work environment. That is important. Then developing programs to meet the economic, psychological, and social needs to the employees and helping the organizations to retain the productive employees, ensuring that the organization is in compliance with provincial to territorial federal laws affecting, that is legal rights, human rights, employment equity, and occupational health, and welfare, safety welfare, and employment standards, then employment relations legislations. So to help the organization to reach their goals, to provide organizations with well trained and well motivated employees, to increase the employees satisfactions and self actualization, to develop and maintain the quality of work life, to communicate HR policy and to all employees, to help maintain ethical policies and behavior. So these are all the things, main objectives of HRM. In that, social objectives are there, organizational objectives are there. So then financial objective, functional objectives are there. Then personal objectives are there. So these are all the main four objectives. One is societal, objectives, it becomes a social responsibility, CSR activities there. And organizational objectives, it comes under the what are the organization, within organization, what are the primary objectives will be there. HR department exists to serve the rest of the organization. And functional objectives, what are the functions will be there. Production department, sales department, marketing department, everything is functions. So all the department, they are having employees, they recruited. So that functional objective is also important for that contribution level of appropriate to the organization. Personal objectives, the labor objectives, what is the employee's requirement, that is also they have to see the personal objectives. That is important, at least for these goals enhance the individual contributions of the organization. Personal objectives of the employees must be met by the maintained, retained, and motivated. That is important. Next one, functions of HR. What are the functions? Strategic HR management. That is a long-term plan should be needed. What are the technologies they have to introduce? What is the up-to-date the technology is there or not? Accordingly, we are selected the people, the candidates are not. So the skill, talent, innovative ideas, creative ideas, that people they have to yeah, bring here. That is the main functions of HRM. Job analysis, they have to analyze the job. According to that job JD, they have to prepare job description, they have to prepare. So how many employees required, and what is the field they required, and what is the qualification is needed for that concerned job. These are all the things that HR duties to activate in the employees. Talent management and development. Beginning with the orientations of new employees, talent management and development includes different types of training they have to give. So, orientation program they have to conduct. What is the concern employee? They need some sort of special training. They have to encourage employees, motivate the employees to do the training, and you have to perfect in the concern work, they had to say. So these are all the functions of HR. Next one, equal employment opportunity is required. So the compliance with the equal employment opportunities laws and regulations affects all other HR activity. Then staffing, the aim of staffing to provide staffing supply of qualified individuals to fill the jobs of an organization. So a capability is required, qualification is required, and as well as the passionate to do the work, that is also important. So these three they had to staffing, they had to recruit properly, then correct place, correct time, correct person they have to appoint. So automatically their growth of organizations automatically will develop. So the last one, total rewards, they have to give the rewards. How they will give the rewards? Compensation in the form of pay, isn't it, incentives and benefits. In the benefits, in the sense like fringe benefits or the rewards given to the employees for performing organizational work. Compensation management is the method for determining how much the employee should be paid for performing certain jobs. So the performance analysis is very, very important. HR has to do that. According to the performance, they will get the compensation in the form of money, in the form of benefits, in the form of incentives, etc. So risk management and worker protection. HRM addresses various workplace risks to ensures protections of worker. That is also important to safety welfare of the employee. Employee and labor relations. That is union leader should be there. Any sort of quarreling or any sort of misunderstanding will be there. They have to go for, they have to make it a HR manager. They have to make it one HR policies. Accordingly, if it is happens anything, then legally what are the procedures we have to handle that they have to follow. And employees also they have to know the policies, HR policies. Okay. So I hope you understood today's topic. Almost we covered what are the things we covered, what is HRM, and objectives of HRM, main objectives, the four objectives of HRM, nature of HRM, functions of HRM. Yes, so once you go through it, if you have any doubt, you ask next class. Thank you, students.